Yo my people, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And today we're doing a Prem predictions video. You guys are probably excited because you can look back at this at the end of the season and say, look, Sana, you was wrong. You was absolutely wrong. And I know you man are going to draw me out for certain things I say, but I'm going to say it with chest and I'm going to say it here in front of you guys. There's no running. I don't care. But yeah, let's get started. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys comment down below your predictions as well. I don't want to see anyone's comments edited. Put your predictions from 1st to 20th down in the comments down below. And also, if you want a slightly different predictions video, go check out the Halftime Munch podcast as well. We predict the top goal scorer. We predict first manager to get sacked. And a few of those type of, as well as the top 7, top 8 was it? No, top 7 because that was the European spot. So yeah, go check it out. It should be out at the same time as this goes out. So yeah, let's go straight into it. And the first team that I think will get relegated is Burnley. Yeah, there's no surprise there. Burnley, I mean, that was my prediction from the Halftime Match podcast, which was on the 2nd of July. And I'm going to stick by those predictions because I thought, you know what? Let's keep the consistency. Even if things has changed, which obviously further down the video I will be speaking about. I think for me, let's just keep it as it is, what I had. And the reason why I've gone for Burnley is that at the time they didn't make that many interesting transfers. But obviously now, 3 days ago, you had Armando Broja come in from Chelsea. Leslie Ugochukwu come from Chelsea. I'm surprised with Ugochukwu because he's a very good player. Obviously, Southampton was awful last season, so you can't blame him. But he was a standout player. I'm surprised that Manchester United didn't go in and swoop in for him. But Burnley will be cooking with him, I can't lie. Dubravka as well as their goalkeeper, replacing Trafford, who's gone to Manchester City, which I can't lie, if it weren't for him, Burnley wouldn't be where they are today in the Premier League. Another Chelsea player they've got is Bashir Humphries, and ask me about him. How good is he? Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. I did not know he was a player until I saw a full squad and realised, rah, Fez. Never heard of him. But yeah, they signed him as well. Kyle Walker. Come on. Kyle Walker in 2025. It's dark, man. It's dark. I don't know. For me, Burnley don't look exciting. I feel like they're going to be one of the teams. Look, it's the Championship. If I look at the other teams ahead of them, I feel like there's a bit more quality to them. But yeah, just not for me, man. Burnley, 20th place, back you go into the Championship. And in 19th place, I have put Leeds United to go down with Burnley. And I can't lie, I've seen their football. Yeah, I've seen a couple of the playoff games. And for me, I feel like they're going to be one of those teams, just like Burnley with Company, where they'll try to implement the same football style that they did in the Championship and think, you know what, we're going to try bop these teams in the Premier League. And it's not going to work. And plus, look at their manager, Daniel Farke, or Daniel Fark, wherever his name is. He's known from coming from the Championship to the Premier League and absolutely stinking up the place. He's a Championship manager. For me, I don't see Leeds doing well. Still got Meslier, surprising, after the last time they were here in the Premier League. But apart from that, is there any exciting players for me? Daniel James back. Patrick Bamford, 2025. Come on, man, what are we doing? Yeah, Leeds just, I feel like the manager's going to let them down and have an absolute sinker. And I wouldn't be surprised if Leeds finished 20th instead of Burnley. And then next, the final team to get relegated. And look, don't shoot me. This is going to be a wild shout. I think it's going to be Brentford. I think their time in the Premier League is up. Obviously, Thomas Frank, a huge miss now. Moving to Tottenham, which I'm very surprised. But you know what? Fair play to him. Wissa might be out. Brian Mbeumo is gone as well to Manchester United. So already that's almost 40 goals for Brentford gone. Norgard, their captain, gone to Arsenal as well. 4 key figures in the club. And how are you going to replace them? The coach that is replacing Thomas Frank is their set-piece coach who has no experience. He's missing arguably his top 3 players. And he's going to go into the Premier League season. And, I mean, I'm looking at the transfers. Jordan Henderson coming in. Kelleher's a great signing. Jordan Henderson 2025. I don't know if you can do the same thing Norgard did, but yeah, I feel like without Wissel, without Mbemo, they're finished, man. They're absolutely finished. And I feel like the other teams in the Premier League, they'll be able to, hang in there just about. But Brentford, I feel like they took too much of a hit. Losing Mbemo and potentially Wissel in the same window and not be able to replace them as of yet, it's dark, man. So yeah, sorry Brentford, you're technically our local team, but you have to go, blood.
He has to go, blood. He has to go, blood.
And in 17th place, yes, 2 championship teams gone, 1 Premier League team gone. That means where's the 3rd championship team? I think Sunderland just about make it into the Premier League. I'm very excited for Sunderland. Firstly, it's Barclays team. Some people won't even know that Sunderland were in the Premier League. That's how long ago it was. Some youths never heard of Sunderland. Didn't know that Newcastle's biggest rivals is Sunderland. It's dark. But yeah, I mean, transfers 4 days ago. Again, newish. Mark Guiu going to Sunderland from Chelsea, and I'm excited. I've got him in my FPL fantasy football team, and I can't lie, he's a good player. In the Conference League, he was cooking it. Don't think he had much game time in the Premier League, and plus, obviously, he had a slight little injury. But I thought he's a good striker. Whether he's that lone number 9 at the moment, I don't know. But obviously, Sunderland will make the use of him. And who will be helping him behind him, quite deep in the midfield, is Granit Xhaka, with a lot of experience. And hey, some people say Xhaka playing for Sunderland, what's he doing there? But I can't lie, that's a great signing. I mean, Arsenal didn't want to let him go. Goes to Bayern Leverkusen, does the invincible, the proper invincible, by the way. None of this 12 draws, none of that. But yeah, I can't lie. Granit Xhaka, great shout as well. Simon Adingra as well from Brighton, another great shout as well. So, not only did they have a decent team and obviously lost Joe Bellingham, but they filled in the gaps, and I feel like that might be the turning point between the 3 relegated teams and obviously Sunderland as well. And in 16th place, I have put Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yeah, for me, losing Matheus Cunha, losing Ait-Nouri, it's going to be a huge knock on them. And last season, they finished, 17th or 16th? I wouldn't be surprised if they get relegated this season. I'll be honest with you. Maybe Brentford might, get the advantage over them. But honestly, between the two, it's tough to say. Wolves are awkward one. Matheus Cunha scoring so many goals. 15 goals was it for them? Literally carrying Wolves. If it weren't for him, Wolves will be all over the place. Ait-Nouri as well. Losing a huge defender like that. And I mean, they've got some decent players. Obviously, manager Victor Pereira. I think he's a decent manager. Jose Sa in goal. You've got Andre. You've got Joe Gomez. You've got Strand Larson up front as well. Huang Ki-chan. Will he stay? Will he go? Not sure. But yeah, they've got some decent players here and there. But yeah, I don't know. It's borderline tipping point for me. Maybe I should put Wolves a little bit lower. But yeah, it's dark for Wolves, man. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do well this season. Unless, like I said, they make some signings. But yeah, Wolves 16th place, I think is fair enough. And in 15th place, I've put a team that the fans aren't going to be happy. But I'm sure they could probably agree, because what on earth is this transfer window for them? And that is West Ham. For me, I look at their signings. Firstly, I'm looking at the signings. See how can they improve from last season. Callum Wilson on a free. Really? Kyle Walker-Peters. That's pretty much it. Does that sound like they wanna compete? Like they won the Conference League, and now they're not even floating around the European spots. I think it's quite sad for West Ham, considering they got a decent stadium. You would have thought they would spend a bit of players, and plus, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the first manager that I think will get sacked is Graham Parr. So, hey, I didn't say it. When he's the first one to get sacked, don't say I'm a genius, because I'm a genius. But yeah, they've got some decent players, but again, they haven't upgraded from last season. And for me, you need more. From what they've already got, you need more. You need to give more. And Their strikers, you got Callum Wilson. Up front, Fulkrug, Jared Bowen. Come on, man. Get a number 9. It's about time now. A proper number 9. 14th place, a team that has made absolutely no signings. However, in the dressing room, they're pure vibes. But you won't see that this season because Iwobi was about to get bagged. And that is Fulham. I can't lie. Fulham have a good team. They've got a solid team. But they've not made any transfers this window. And I can't lie. That's dark. You want to improve from last season, but it just feels like they just want to stay mid-table. I don't know what it is, but yeah, Fulham, I mean, they've still got some decent players. Bird Leno in goal. They've got Kenny Tete, Calvin Bassey. They've got Anthony Robinson. They've got Emil Smith-Rowe, who's yet to really stand out in the Prem. People used to call him Croydon De Bruyne, which is dark, man, because far from it. Alex Iwobi, Rodrigo Muniz, Adama Traore, Raul Jimenez. So they got some decent players, but maybe you want to add to that quality, which I feel like they just have not done at all. And in 13th place, I mean, new stadium, new players as well coming in, but I don't know if they're gonna. And in 13th place, a team with a new stadium, new players coming in as well, might be exciting, but for me, I think this is a fair place to put them, and that is Everton. They still got David Moyes. They just signed Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Great signing there. Jack Grealish just got announced today. Here we go on a loan. And they still got Ndiaye, Dwight McNeil up front. That's looking decent. Can Jack Grealish redeem himself? I can't lie. I'm going to say this here. £100 million for a guy that scored like 12 goals in 4 years, yeah? I don't understand when people are so deluded to say he was worth it. Like 100 million for someone to score 12 goals. Come on, man. Come on, what are we doing? Just say he had a stinker, that's it. That's not the Jack Grealish from Aston Villa. No way. Maybe it's the system. I don't care. I saw what I saw and it wasn't good enough for me. Not 100 million. 40 million maybe, but not 100 million. But yeah, sorry, back to Everton. Again, with David Moyes, a very, very, very good manager, solid, low blocks, will kill a lot of teams, and now potentially bringing up some firepower up front as well. So maybe they might finish a little bit higher than 13th, but I wouldn't be surprised at all. But I feel like 13th is fair, considering, like I said, the teams that are finishing above them. And in 12th place, I have a team I want to firstly congratulate, because for them to win 2 trophies in 4 months is incredible, considering they haven't done it in like 50 years. And there are certain teams in the Premier League that I know their fan base believe they're going to win the Premier League, has won the same amount of trophies as Oliver Glasner this season. Let's talk about it. Crystal Palace. Oliver Glasner has won 2 trophies in 4 months, while Mikel Arteta has won the same 2 trophies in 6 years. Deep it. And they talk about Arsenal being the best team in the league. Come on, man. What are you talking about? But yeah, shout out Crystal Palace. An incredible win against Liverpool. Did they deserve it? Probably not. But penalties. Dean Henderson. I can't believe he was the United keeper. Imagine him at United. My United fans want him out. But yeah, typical United fans. But yeah, I feel like Crystal Palace will cause problems. But there's going to be a slight issue with Crystal Palace. Obviously, defenders, they've got Munoz, Lecroix, Mark Gahey, which I think took a knock at the end of the Community Shields, Tyreek Mitchell, Ismail Assar, Eberiche Eze. I mean, I pray he stays at Crystal Palace. It might not be the best move for him, but it'll be the best move for the Premier League, because I can't imagine Arsenal taking away Eze. It'll be a great signing. I feel like it'll be the missing piece to what Arsenal's looking for. That creativity, that spark, especially on the left-hand side, which they've been missing for many, many years now. So, but I still have Adam Wharton, who's an absolute baller. The English Iniesta. Sorry, too far, sorry. But, you know, they've got Decore. Nketiah up front. Hey, don't forget, Nketiah. Jean-Philippe Mateta, which I'm surprised hasn't... Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't left Crystal Palace, because, you know, United was swooping around for him, and then obviously they went for Benjamin Sesko. Newcastle. Well, actually, no. Don't go for him because I want you to go for Nicholas Jackson. So forget what I said. Don't go for Jean-Philippe Mateta. But 12th place, I think that's fair for Crystal Palace. You know, they'll cause a lot of problems. I think this season they'll finish a lot higher than the other teams. But and again, it depends on Eze. Will he stay? Will he go? I don't know. And in 11th place, a team that I think will be falling off a little bit this season, which is Bournemouth. They lost Kirkes, they lost Kepa, but they replaced him with Petrovic. They lost their best centre back, Dean Huijsen, which I think defensively they're going to struggle a lot, considering they were decent last season. However, up front, they still got the players that they had from last season. They have Evan Nilsson, there's Semenyo, who signed a new contract. They've got Utara, got Clover. So a few players there that will obviously cause problems, but defensively I feel like will be a big issue for them. I'm looking at the defenders list and yeah, their best centre back's gone, and I don't know if anyone will be able to fill the void. A Bournemouth player has gone to Real Madrid. Deep it. Who would have ever thought that? Definitely not me. But they brought Petrovic in, which is a great replacement for Kepa, considering he's their number one now. And I wish Petrovic all the best because I think he's a very good keeper. Should have been our number one, but you know our club don't listen to me, so is what it is. Iraola, great manager, but for me, I'm sorry, I don't know defensively. Unless you make some signings, I don't know if you're going to finish higher than 11th place. And in 10th place, I have got the Seagulls, Brighton, in 10th place. And they could be losing one of their big players this season. They replaced Caicedo with him, and now they might need to replace him with someone else, and that is Baleba. Carlos Baleba might be going to Manchester United. I hope not. It was one of my recommendations very early, and now look at me. Look at me. Call me Fabrizio Romano, man. I called it from day one. But yeah, I mean, Brighton, again, I feel like they're going to be there competing, but do they have enough firepower to get over the line? You know, you've got 9 teams, in my opinion, that are definitely much stronger, and I'll be very surprised if they finish lower. So, yeah, I feel like they just need better signings. They still got Matoma, Danny Welbeck up front. Look, Minter, Solly Mush is still there. Yeah, James Milner's still there. Carlos Baleba, who will be going. Yeah, like I'm looking at the team, and there's some like hidden gems there, but nothing to really, you know, excite you, catch your eye. They lost Adingra as well to Burnley. So yeah, maybe they might need to make a few signings. And I can't lie, I don't know, maybe I'm being stupid, but where's all their money gone? Because I know they like to spend on like smaller players, but come on, make some bigger signings, and then that way you could potentially be competing for, maybe some European spots, Conference League, Europa League, maybe pushing it. But yeah, I just feel like maybe spend a little bit more and it might help them in the long run. But obviously, what do I know? And in ninth place, I have Nottingham Forest. Yes, Nottingham Forest. They did well last season. This season, I'm not sure how well they're going to do. Obviously, it was an incredible season last year, and unfortunate that they couldn't finish higher than they were. Last day, we killed them. Let's be honest. We killed them last day. But, yeah, Matt Sells, still their goalkeeper, who's a very good goalkeeper. Looking through their team again, they've lost Elanga, which is a huge miss, because he is arguably the fastest player in the Premier League. Still got Chris Wood up front, Callum Hudson-Odoi. You've got Ryan Yates. Morgan Gibbs-White is still there. Fair play to him. The owner did not put a gun to his head. I'll tell you that for free. Sangara is still there. Obviously, Ola Aina, Milenkovic, Murillo as a defence. I believe Williams will be playing left back as well. So it's a solid team there. But could they potentially spend a little bit more to replace Elanga? Maybe. Help in that midfield as well. Potentially. And yeah, ninth place, again, just outskirts. I feel like there's 8 teams that potentially will do better than them. That's all it is. And in 8th place, I have the mighty fallen Giants, Manchester United. And I think this is a fair judgment. I wasn't biased at all. So United fans, don't come at me. The reason why I think you're going to finish 8th place is because Ruben Amorim, this is his first proper season. And this is where he's going to be tested as a manager. You've been given the players, you've given the whole season now. No Ten Hag to, make excuses for you. Nothing. This is all you. This is all down to you. Will you be making stupid mistakes throughout the season? Maybe playing players where they shouldn't be, playing the wrong players at the wrong time? It's all down to you. There's no excuses. They've made some. I can't lie. They've made some incredible signings. I am very scared for Man United's attack because obviously they've just brought in Matheus Cunha, which I mentioned earlier, and Buemo, and now Benjamin Sesko as their forward three. From Xerxes, Garnacho, and Hoyland to those three, I think is an incredible jump and is one step closer to bringing them back to the glory days. Ugh, makes me sick. But yeah, they still need to adjust their goalkeeping position, which I think is going to be a very, very important task for them, considering that Donnarumma is literally being kicked out by PSG. And Chelsea, please go for him, please, please, please. But Man United will probably be the favourites to get him because they need him more than we need him. So, which is fair enough. Obviously, defenders wise, I don't think Man United have a problem there. They've got Mazraoui, they've got De Ligt, Maguire, they've got Lenny Euro, who's obviously a wonderkid defender. Aiden Heaven, I'm not gonna say the butcher because man's knife has been so blunt. It's ridiculous. Diogo Dalot as well, which I think has fallen off a little bit. In the midfield, they could potentially, like I said, get Baleba, which I think is an incredible signing for them. Him and Kobe Mainu in the midfield. That contrast with each other, the different type of midfielders. You got the more technical and the more physical. I think it's a great midfield pair. Ahmad as a right wing back, which I think he's going to be using a lot. Patrick Dorgu on the left. I think is a great wing back pairing. But obviously for me, I'll rather Ahmad play more attacking than wing back. But fortunately, that's the system Ruben Amorim plays. So nothing we can do. But up front, they've got Matheus Cunha, like I said. They've got Sesko and they've got Mbeumo. So maybe there's no room for him at the moment. Garnacho might be leaving and joining us, which I'm quite sad about. But I feel like they're heading in the right direction. They just need to sell a lot more players. Obviously, they're on such high contracts, which is ridiculous. But I just feel like, sell players and then bring in players just like Chelsea have. And I feel like you'll slowly catch up to the likes of Arsenal. Because you're not catching Chelsea, I tell you that for free. 7th, I've gone for Newcastle. And obviously, like I said earlier, they made a signing of Anthony Elanga. But the issue is with Newcastle, we don't know what's going to happen with Alexander Isak, their striker. I feel like if he goes, which I feel like probably will, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Newcastle at all. They could finish even lower than 7th, but I feel like 7th is fair. They've still got a very good squad. They've got a brilliant midfield. Tonali, you've got Guimaraes, you've got Joe Linton. I mean, those three, unbelievable. Unbelievable midfielders. I feel like that three is crazy. Up front, like I said, Elanga, Jacob Murphy, Harvey Barnes, Andy Gordon. So they definitely need a number 9 if Alexander Isak does go. And defensively, they're quite sound as well. They've got Lewis Hall, my boy, Livramento. They've got Lascelles. They've got Botman, Shaw, Dan Burn. So they've got a few decent players there. And obviously, the goalkeeper, they just got Aaron Ramsdale as well. Potentially as a backup for Nick Pope. I don't know. Getting a relegated goalkeeper is crazy. But, yeah, Newcastle, 7th place. Hopefully, if they don't lose this sack, I'm going off just by that. Okay, now we're getting into exciting territory. And in 6th place, I have gone for Aston Villa. Yes, finishing ahead of Newcastle and Man United. I mean, I heard the news that Morgan Rogers is injured, so obviously not a good sign. But Aston Villa might be causing a lot of issues. I would like them to make a lot more signings, I think, to potentially maybe strengthen their depth. Martinez is still in goal. Was potentially ruled to leave Aston Villa, but Manchester United obviously are not going for him no more. Maybe a Donnarumma. Matty Cash, Tyrone Mings, Digne, Pau Torres, Alex Moreno, Ian Matson still there. Yeah, so, defensively maybe they can improve because their defense is getting a little bit old now. Midfield, you've got Ross Barkley, John McGinn, Tielemans, Onana. It's going to be causing problems. And again, I'm looking at the other midfielders and just not exciting me. But like I said, maybe some reinforcements would be good. Morgan Rogers, Leon Bailey, Jacob Ramsey, Ollie Watkins. This is your time for redemption as well, Ollie Watkins. Come back. You had the poorest season last season, but now can you redeem yourself? And they've got Daniel Marlin as well as backup. So could they potentially reinforce? For sure. But Unai Emery, I trust, and I feel like he's going to do well with the squad he's got and potentially make some good signings, I'm hoping, before the end of the transfer window. And in fifth place, you're going to be very surprised with this, but I'm saying it. It's one of my rogue shouts and one of the teams that I think is going to surprise us this season, and that is Tottenham Hotspur. For me, I can't lie. As much as I hate them, I'm very excited. Thomas Frank coming in. Defensively, they're going to be a fortress. I feel like Thomas Frank will definitely reinforce the backline first. They've got obviously some decent players there, which obviously Ange Postecoglou had a lot of issues with injuries last season. But I feel like this time can Thomas Frank manage it? Obviously at the back, Kevin Danzo, who did well last season. Udogi, you had Christian Romero, Pedro Porro, Jed Spence, Van der Ven. They've got some decent defenders there. You've got in the midfield, they just signed Paulinho, Bissouma, Madison, who's injured at the moment. Did he do his AC? Not his ACL, but I believe it was it was a bad injury there. Lucas Bergval, Kulusevski apparently injured as well. Pape Sarr, Bentancur, and up front, I think they still got Richarlison. Matthias Tell, an exciting young player. Solanke, Kudus, Brennan Johnson, Odegaard. So they've got some few players there that could potentially do well, I feel like, for Tottenham. Obviously, shout out Son, who left and announced that he's leaving Tottenham. So he won his trophy. Finally won his trophy. But yeah, he deserves it, man. He's a hero in the Premier League for sure. Legend, I'm not sure, but definitely a hero in the Premier League. But yeah, maybe Tottenham could do with a few signings, but yeah, I just feel like they're going to surprise us more because of Thomas Frank. I'm a huge fan of Thomas Frank, and I feel like he is going to change how Tottenham play next season. And next, in fourth place, Champions League spots, I have gone for Chelsea fans. I'm sorry, but I've gone for Chelsea. Reason why, I feel like we're going to finish ahead of Arsenal. My heart tells me it, but my head says no. We are looking so good in pre-season, but I feel like the Premier League, we might fumble it a little bit here and there. But what I'm looking forward to is the champs, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Could we potentially win 1, 2, or 3 of those? Would be nice. Would be very nice. But the Premier League, I feel like it's going to be tough. Enzo Maresca has done exceptionally. I will be honest. I'm very, very surprised how well he's done. But there's still a task at hand. It's still a difficult task. And with managing all the players that he's got, and I'm very excited, by the way. João Pedro. I mean, you guys watch my channel, so you know all the Chelsea players that I rave on about. João Pedro, William Estevo. You've got Liam Delap, Cole Palmer, Pedro Neto, Gittins looking amazing. Andre Santos, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez. You've got Isugo. You've got at the back Chalobah, Tosin, Colwell, who's unfortunately injured. Fofana coming back hopefully. Kukurea, Hato we just signed. Gusto, Reece James, Chempong. And obviously we haven't fixed our goalkeeping issue, which I would like to. But I'm turning a new leaf with Robert Sanchez. I'm letting him see how he does this season because he's been well in recent times. He's been doing well, I can't lie. But hey, we had Petr Cech in the past. We had Courtois. And now we have Robert Sanchez. I don't know about that, Chief. But yeah, I feel like fourth is fair. Third, maybe, if I'm being cheeky. But I'll stay humble. But yeah, I think fourth is fair for Chelsea. And in third place, finishing above Chelsea, not finishing second again, it is Arsenal. And for me, I just feel like this window that they've had is a great window. But too little too late. You're competing with the likes of Manchester City, Liverpool, now Chelsea. They've had exceptional windows. Maybe not Man City exceptional, but decent window still. But yeah, Arsenal, I feel like it's too little too late. If you buy Eze, might change things, but I don't think you're going to win the league. Come on. You guys have not won the league in 20 years, and you think now you're going to win it under Mikel Arteta. Come on, man. Against Pep Guardiola, against Arne Slot, against Enzo Maresca. Come on, man. But yeah, Arsenal are looking exciting. A lot of people saying they're going to fall off. Finishing third isn't falling off, but there's going to be a lot of question marks around Mikel Arteta, because I can't lie. If he doesn't win the league, if he doesn't win a trophy, forget the league. If he doesn't win a trophy, uncomfortable conversations. I would be surprised if he stays at Arsenal. Actually, to be fair, he can stay at Arsenal. He won't win anything with them, so, stay there as long as you like. Arsenal do have the best defence in the league, I'll say that for free. But apart from that, Gyökeres, I'm not convinced. I'm praying on his downfall. Grown men doing this? Come on, man. What are we doing? But yeah, nah, not for me. I hope Benjamin Sesko dunks in your head. So United, come on, smoke them at Old Trafford, please. I don't want them to start for 3 points. But yeah, third place, I feel like it's fair. But I feel like fourth place, I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea finish above them. And in first and second place, I'm going to say it together and I'm going to tell you the reason why I've got it this way around. Because I feel like 99% of people, I'm not counting Arsenal because I feel like they're just brain dead people, would have put it this way around. But I thought, you know what? I have a feeling everyone might be wrong. And it is Man City first and Liverpool second. And you're going to call me crazy. You're going to tell me, why am I putting Man City ahead of Liverpool? Let me tell you the reasons why. Firstly, for Liverpool, do you think these are the questions I'm going to ask you. It's a rhetorical question. Do you think that Salah will have the same season he did last year? If Isak comes in, do you think he's going to be better than Haaland? Verts being a 100 million, 120 million, 130 million, whatever his price tag is, being that expensive, the most expensive player in the Premier League, do you think that he's going to make the same impact he's done in Germany? Those are the questions I want to throw out there. Verts, I know, is a very good talent. Can he do in the Premier League? I don't know. And let's not forget, they just bought Darwin Núñez to replace Darwin Núñez. Ekitike, as they call him. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced with Ekitike. I might be wrong with him. Darwin Núñez might be a bit harsh. But yeah, we've seen Darwin Núñez finish as well. So, don't be looking at that community shield and thinking, oh, look at that goal. Come on. We know the truth, man. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, they don't scare me as much. Arne Slot defending the Premier League title, I don't know. I feel like people get ahead of themselves. But Man City, look, Pep Guardiola, he sorted it out with his missus, and now he's here to claim the Premier League back. No KDB, which is tough. And obviously they're losing Jack Grealish. They're losing Savinho as well, and could potentially get Rodrigo, which is crazy to me because I can't lie. If they do that, that'll be unreal. You've got Rodrigo, you've got Doku, you've got Haaland up front, Cherky, you've got Foden, you've got Marmoush. Oh, I say Foden. Why did I say Foden with emphasis? He's not going to do nothing. You've got Cherky and Marmoush. I can't lie. That's already looking sick. Rodri is out for a little bit longer. But you got Reinders as well coming in. And he's looking very good. He's looking like a goal-scoring midfielder. I can't lie. Ait Nouri, they just brought in as well as a as a left back. But yeah, I just feel like City will surprise us, man. I don't think that Pep Guardiola will sit at home thinking, yeah, you know what, Arne Slot can win a second title back-to-back as well. Not just a second title, back-to-back. I just feel like this is their redemption arc. Haaland, you had a bad season last season. Still scored 20 goals or over 20 goals. But he's going to cement himself as the best striker in the league, even though I think it's Isak. But Isak has a lot more playmaking to him, whereas Haaland, pure goal scorer. A lot of goals. Omar Marmoush feeding him. Cherky feeding him. Rodrigo feeding him. Doku there as well. Obviously, the loss of KDB could absolutely backfire in my favour, but also could potentially work in my favour as well. Like I said, Haaland could be killing it next season, and again, in my FPL, obviously. But yeah, as it stands, That is my Prem predictions. I'm going to run it through very quickly. It should be on the screen as well. Man City first, Liverpool second, Arsenal third, Chelsea fourth, Tottenham fifth, Aston Villa sixth, Newcastle seventh, Man United eighth, Nottingham Forest ninth, Brighton 10th, Bournemouth 11th, Crystal Palace 12th, 13th Everton, 14th Fulham, 15th West Ham, 16th Wolves, 17th Sunderland, 18th Brentford, 19th Leeds, and 20th place Burnley. Let me know if you guys agree. Obviously, like I said, we'll come back to this. Comment down below your predictions, and then we'll look back at this. Make sure you don't edit it, because I promise you, if you edit it, I don't care what you said. I don't care if you got it 20 out of 20. But yeah, guys, that is the end of the video. Premier League season. Look forward to it. Halftime Munch, my podcast with my boy Miro. Please check it out. Subscribe. It's gonna be good. And obviously, make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. Follow me on my socials as well. And until the Premier League season starts, take care, guys, and peace.